Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bachiru. I'm back. So basically we just got the patch notes for the version 2.0, which they're calling version 1.18 for Strive. So we got the patch notes today, so that will, I think, release officially on June 10th. So I just want to go over it in this video. I've already read through some of the notes, but I want to go through the whole thing, and we'll discuss on paper who got buffed and who got nerfed, and what are the universal changes overall, and who I think maybe in the next version I will be playing in addition to Ramlethal, guys. So I'll try to leave timestamps in the video below. This will be raw and edited. This is a long one, guys. Yalla, let's begin. So basically, let's start with the universal mechanics. So they made it rewarding for moves that had been underutilized and require challenging inputs. It seems that they're trying just to simplify inputs more and more. So I think some of the moves that had like conflicting inputs or same inputs for like the same like aerial move and grounded move, I think they changed some of those, which is fine, I guess. Okay, so let's start with the Roman cancels. So cancelling into a normal or special move from a Roman cancel now triggers a slowdown effect and limits tension gauge cost. It's still the same, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense for me. Counter hit. Some moves such as standing P or crouching P now trigger a slowdown effect on counter hit, making combos not normally possible available. I think they showed this like in the previous stream, like a couple of days ago. This looks interesting, to be honest, because now it feels like it's more rewarding to get a counter hit like from lower normals. Because to be honest, in the current patch, it was very like heavy normal, like slash or heavy slash heavy kind of gameplays, because these are the buttons that give you like the most reward out of your like offense or pressure. Good thing that we can now actually have a usage for other like lighter normals, which is fine. So it seems for faultless defense, they didn't really change the input, but what they did actually is basically now they added like a faultless defense macro, which I really like actually, because I feel like running and blocking in this game is really hard, and if you have a faultless defense macro, it's much easier for you to play neutral and to guard like while in neutral, because if you don't know, like dashing in this game actually, like it has a recovery frame, but if you input it with faultless defense when you try to run and block, you eliminate that kind of recovery frame, which is actually nice. So it seems that they changed some inputs like we discussed between the regular and aerial versions of the same move, which is interesting. Special moves now cancel into overdrive before coming out, so interesting. Okay, that I think it's character to character basis, but imagine that you can do Dauru, like you advance, then you do like Mortubato. That will be godlike normal, godlike change. Okay, input priority for normal moves. Okay, so it's basically, it seems that maybe crouching moves now will have priority over regular moves when you're trying to press the input. It seems also that all jumping attacks has been buffed, mostly jumping Ps and jumping Ks, to give them more combo utility. I like this change because I feel like aerial combos in this game are really limited. I think like few characters get like cool aerial combos like Soul or Baiken. Hopefully we can see more characters doing that. It seems that a lot of moves that were used a lot, they had their damage decreased. Thank you so much. At least we have some damage nerf in this patch. Okay, it seems that the overdrives that were used as reversals, actually they have like attack startup or recovery, it has been nerfed, which is nice actually, but it means that Mortubato will also be affected. But yeah, whatever. Now let's go more a little bit in details. Seems now, okay. The only thing that I find interesting here in the Roman cancel is that now causes the tension gauge to gradually deplete. Because I think now when you do like a Roman cancel input, like immediately 50 meter will be gone. But now it says that gradually deplete. Does it mean that it takes time to rebuild the meter while you're doing Roman cancel? But that does not apply to yellow Roman cancel. It seems though for blue Roman cancels, the timing for cancelling into normal or a special move made faster. Okay, interesting. It seems that also now maybe it's a little bit more tight to do like a BRC into a normal for like instant overheads or whatever. Okay. For purple Roman cancels, it's the same. The slowdown effect from the purple Roman cancel now ends when an attack lands. So it seems that maybe when you do like a PRC and like you have more time actually to layer your mix-up. But that's something we will see when the full version comes out. Red Roman cancel no longer applies any type of scaling when the shockwave from the red Roman cancel hits. Okay, so if you didn't know, when you do like a red Roman cancel combo, like your combo scales heavily in the current version of the game. So it seems now that they wanted to use more red Roman cancels, because to be honest, in the current version, it's not rewarding to use red Roman cancels, especially if it hits, because like your combo will be doing less damage. So what a lot of players are doing now, like they're optimizing their combos like to do like a purple Roman cancel into a combo. So good thing that we see more utility used for that. Blue Psych Burst. When the player inputs Psych Burst before the opponent overdrive starts, the Psych Burst activation will no longer be cancelled. That one I don't really get it. So for Psych Burst, it's like a bug fix, I guess. So when activated above a certain height in the air, the speed of the character rises at is now reduced. Okay, seems maybe it's a nerf also to burst, which kinda stupid to be honest. But maybe they want to prevent you like from doing like the golden Psych Burst that gives you all the meter, which is kinda the meta right now to be honest. It's better to use your burst to gain more meter than actually doing it as a defensive measure. Dash. When inputting the dash button, inputting back directly after the action no longer performs a back dash. This is mostly like to tighten up the controls a bit, which is fine. Input priority. During hit stop, a move that requires a down input such as crouching normals and moves that require a forward input such as command normals are now prioritized over standing normals. This is good actually, because sometimes you would do like a dash button and actually the normal button would come out. This makes maybe... I like tightening of the controls, so hopefully this will make execution a bit more easy. And not easier, a bit more making sense to be honest. Some jumping more normals, depending on the current movement speed and of the attacking character, the launch and the blowback, the opponent now changes. Interesting. So the changes applies to jumping normals not previously impacted by the above mechanic. So it seems now for jumping normals now it also affected like by your momentum when you're dashing or when you're doing like an instant air dash into a jumping normal. I think this will open more like instant air dash like combos, which I really want actually. I want more aerial combos in this game. Special moves can be now cancelled into overdrive before the move comes out. I feel like this is good, especially if you have like an advancing special move that can actually cancel into an overdrive. This will give you more versatility. Some overdrives now are affected by the prior movement, such as dash momentum. This is actually also good. Faultless defense, they added a macro that we discussed. Decrease the amount of tension gauge depleted. Thank you so much, Alex, so much for actually buffing defensive mechanics this patch. Thank you so much. Wall stick. When wall initiates simultaneously with the super flash of certain overdrives, the wall stick effect will now be prioritized. Okay. It seems that for some moves, like for example, like when Mei does her like big dolphin, it will not break the wall. So it seems now, the wall will not like stick. I feel like now they're just trying to remove that kind of ridiculous damage from combos. But maybe I understood it wrong. Wall break. Fix the bug where there would be a variation in the distance between the character after a wall break sequence depending on the conditions. Interesting. I never really noticed this. So it seems that sometimes when you break the wall, it would push you further or like closer to the wall, depending on the stage. I never knew that. Throws. Fix the bug where the risk level would deplete more than intended when activating Roman can. Okay, this is a bug fix, okay. Aerial direction switch. Characters now switch directions to face the opponent when cancelling some jumping normals into another move late into the animation. Okay, I feel like this makes also cross-ups more easier to do. Yeah, we'll see. Jump landing. Fix a bug where sometimes only crouching moves could be performed under certain conditions. I never run into this bug. So it seems that all P and K normals, standing, jumping, and crouching, now they have a slowdown effect on counter it, which is something that I like. But what I find fun is they really didn't nerf like the hitbox of P moves, which are like sometimes better anti-airs than 6P. We didn't get any changes to 6P, which makes me really salty also. So standing K can now be dash cancelled. Does not apply to Potemkin and Nago. Now launches the opponent less than previously when used multiple times in the same combo. This was like for some characters already existing like Mei, Ramlethal, Sol. So now it seems that all the casts except for the heavies like Potemkin and Nago. Oh, okay. I don't know how Leo will benefit from this actually. Claw slash can be now dash cancel. Nice. Thank you so much. Does not apply to Potemkin and Nago. This makes BRC mix-ups really scary actually. Now launches the opponent less than previously when used multiple times in the same combo. Okay. Seems that it's more for pressure and less for combo utility. Some hurt boxes adjusted the size of some of the hurt boxes while taking damage. Mid-damage hurt boxes that were more difficult than others during combos have been expanded. Okay, it seems that mostly they want you to do more with punishing in this current version. Okay, now we will go to explore the entire cast. So, okay, Let's start with Ramlethal, because we're Ramlethal boys here, then we can move to the other cast. So for Ramlethal, adjustments has been made to the startup and recovery of crouching slash has been improved to its utility as a poke, and its lack of range compared to far slash. Okay, made it less useful. Okay. Ramlethal is now closer to the opponent after Dauro hits on the ground, meaning she can continue her offense with close slash depending on spacing. Okay, a lot of times when Ramlethal does like far slash into Dauro, the only thing that you can do actually is like 2k or 5k, and you try like to enforce like a throw mix-up or something. But it seems now that since Dauro pushes further more and more, you can use, for example, like close slash as a meter if the opponent tries to throw, which is interesting. The decreased height of Aggressa Ordono's ascent makes it easier to use in neutral. Aggressa Ordono is like the jump two swords kind of thing slash. So currently the way that you use it for Ramlethal in neutral, it has like a lot of recovery, and when you try to do like a TK motion, it makes her really go high up then go down like slowly, so it's not really that good to use it in neutral. So it seems that now she can do it like lower to the ground, which is something I really love actually. So the damage distribution of Calvados has been adjusted. Okay, not that big of a deal, making damage use distinguished from her invincible move Mortobato. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of players, they'd rather go for Mortobato over Calvados, especially like consistent damage and, you know, the hard knockdown. Okay, changes, dash cancel, increased recovery. Okay, that's a nerf. Crouching K, decreased knockback. Okay, that's actually a buff. We take those. Okay, close standing slash decrease recovery. So I don't know if the advantage on it's a -2 button, so I don't know if they actually this improves it. Far standing slash reduced upper hitbox. No, we cannot catch people jumping with far slash anymore. Okay, crouching slash reduced attack startup, so it's faster and it has less recovery. Interesting, but it doesn't say anything about the range. I think it has a good range already. Standing heavy slash reduced upper hitbox. Thank God they didn't look, the good thing here is they didn't really increase the hitbox of these moves. Jumping P now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal block that distance. Okay. Jumping K now launches the opponent higher. It seems that these are for more like universal. Bajinto, sword throws, all versions. Delayed timing when the projectile appears. Okay. Attack startup remains unchanged. This is really a little bit conflicting and a little bit confusing for me, to be honest, because it says that it takes now more time for the sword to appear once she throws it, and the attack startup remains changed. So is it still a +3? Does it come out as fast as it should be? This is weird. I feel like they're trying to nerf little bit Ramlethal's corner pressure with that one. So if Ramlethal takes damage after firing the sword and before it reaches the corner, the hitbox disappears and the sword will be placed on the ground. Okay. It seems that if Ram throws the sword and you manage like to hit a normal, like that can reach after the sword, which doesn't make sense for me, khalas, the sword will go. It will no longer like push the opponent until the corner. Decrease damage, okay. Reduce hitbox of like explosion. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so it seems that maybe people can jump out of like the heavy sword explosion more now. Okay, I saw this coming, to be honest, because a lot of people complaining about sword pressure. Dauro, increase movement distance. Seems now it travels further now. No longer causes collision detection. Push box to expand. That one I don't get it. Aggressa Ordono. Reduce the deceleration and lower the height of the ascent. Okay, I like this because I feel like now TK Aggressa Ordono will be more useful. Calvados. Decrease damage of all the hits other than the final hit and increase the damage of the final hit. I think this is just to encourage people to use it more and more. I think this is good for scaling actually. Mortobato, increased recovery. No! No! When blocked in the air, opponent now lands more quickly than before. I feel like overall Ramlethal, like she lost, I feel like her corner pressure will be nerfed, but maybe her I think also her neutral get a little bit nerfed. But I think like now her combos and like her normal pressure, like with buttons, will be stronger now. I think the good thing that they give her right now is like the buff to Dauro, because it actually has a use other than like just, you know, / Dauro into nothing, into resetting the situation. Seems that Ramlethal will keep her turn. And I think Aggressa Ordono, like the way that it interacts like with the height and the way it floats in there, I think it will be excellent for neutral now, especially with the range that it has. I saw the nerfs coming to / and heavy /, to be honest. Good thing that the hitboxes were not really expanded. It's only like reducing the hitbox a little bit up because it used to catch people jumping, which is kind of silly. Sword pressure, I'm a little bit iffy about it because this is a core part of her gameplay, but we will see. We will see. I think the things that we can consider like real nerfs for her are like universal stuff, like nerfs to like dash cancels or to reversal supers, which is, I think, something understandable and we can take it actually. And now let's go for the cast in order. So Soul, they did adjustment to his crouching K and sweep to improve Soul's low attack options. He doesn't need those, whatever. Strengthening his ability to pressure the opponent. Volcanic Viper has been improved as an offensive tool. Good job, Arc System Works. As if we need more people to keep throwing Volcanic Vipers in neutral. With adjustments to its hitbox and more. As there was a window with no active hitbox during Soul's ascent. Of course, it's a reversal, meaning it would not always function as an invincible move. On the other hand, standing K and far standing slash were too strong. Thank you for acknowledging this actually. Compared to other far slash is this one. Khalas. I think it seems that it was nerfed. Compared to other characters, their performance has been decreased while leaving their greatest strengths. Okay. The attack, startup, and recovery on block. It's still +3. Why? Why? Why you do that with far slash? I was hoping it would die. Okay. Standing K, decrease attack level. Thank you so much. Increase base scaling. To be honest, K combos, 5K combos were stupid because Soul is the only character that can do like K combos comfortably. Now depletes more risk level. Thank you. Increase combo blowback scaling and combos with standing K. Thank you so much. Look, standing K like it's like a 3-frame startup normal. It's can be dash cancelled. It's a combo utility and it can be cancelled a lot of normals. So thank God they nerfed this because Soul can get so much reward from such a fast normal. Thank God this was nerfed actually. Crouching K, decrease knockback. This is universal, I'm feeling. Forced standing slash, decrease damage. Okay, good. At least damage nerf. 6 slash, decrease damage. Okay. 6 heavy, increase recovery. Thank you. Because sometimes that was really hard to punish. Expanded upwards hitbox. So it can catch jumping opponents now. Decrease knockback. 2D, expanded frontal hitbox and headbox. Increased horizontal blowback distance. Seems that the sweep now is better. Speaking of Ram, why didn't buff her sweep? Come on, we need a bigger 2D. You know? Jumping P and jumping K, these are universal changes. Jumping dust, reduced frontal hurtbox. Okay, now causes less wall break value gain. It seems that, oh, okay. It seems that maybe they want to bring dust loops back. Ground throw, decrease recovery upon successful throw. Wow. Okay, he needs more of that. Gunflame feint, decrease recovery. This is scary actually. Volcanic Viper, all versions. Now Soul now is a standing position or landing, rather than crouching. Okay, this is weird. Added a hitbox directly after the ascent begins, and the hitbox now remains throughout. Okay, so it's active throughout the whole thing. Expanded the hitbox during ascent and reduced. Okay, so they buffed. Okay, can no longer be Roman cancelled while the opponent gold psych burst is active. When blocked mid-air, the opponent lands more quickly. This is universal. Volcanic Viper S version. Increased attack startup, so it's now slower. Aerial Baden Bringer. Decreased attack startup. That one I don't know how it will interact. Nitrate Vortex charged. Now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal block. Oh, come on, he doesn't need that. Fafnir, reduced lower hitbox. Okay, this is fine. I think you can punish now Fafnir. Tyrant Reeve, increase attack startup, increase recovery. This is for all reversals. Okay, let's see Mr. Kai Kiske. So the recovery of Dire Eclat has been decreased, making it easier to buffer after. Okay, okay, he needs that. All right. The usage restriction of stun edge has been revised, and the recovery of area stun edge has been decreased. Oh, wow, okay, you're eating well today, Kai, huh? Further improving Kai's ability to fight from far range. So they buff his zoning. Okay, it's now possible to continue your offense after the opponent blocks Dragon install. Huh. Okay, after activation, the movement speed of his forward movement dash etc. has been... Oh my god. Kai is eating well to this patch. Okay, crouching K, decrease knockback universal change, 6K. Can now be cancelled into special moves? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, okay. Close standing slash reduce recovery. Okay, wow. Far standing slash reduced frontal. Oh my god. Reduced frontal headbox. Crouching set, reduce frontal head. Oh my god. Kai is top tier. Kai is top tier, guys. Jumping P and jumping K. Okay, it's universal change. Jumping slash. Reduced frontal hitbox. Oh my god, he is eating so well. His neutral will be more godlike. Okay, we might be playing Kai this patch. Forget about round. Okay, jumping heavy slash. Can launch upon her with decreased horizontal block by distance. Jumping dash can now be jump cancelled and air dash cancelled. Oh my god, what are you doing to this man? Can now be cancelled into special moves. Now launches the opponent on ground in the hit. Now launches the opponent higher. With the oh my god, they really buffed our boy so much. Can now be cancelled into a finishing blow during a homing jump. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god, Kai is oh. Reduce recovery upon successful throw. Now launches the opponent lower with decreased horizontal. Kai is the new soul dispatch. No way. Shock state. Effect now ends when Kai takes damage. Yeah, this makes sense actually. Stun edge all versions. Uses restriction has been removed after a set amount of time passes. So it seems that you can now throw more stun edges. Aerial stun edge. Reduce recovery. Okay. This makes zoning better. Charge stun edge. Uses restriction now removed after a set amount of time passes. Okay, same. Founder arc. Decrease the attack level of decrease the attack level of initial half of the active range. Reduced recovery. Okay, because for Founder arc maybe the combo utility was strong, but now it's reduced recovery. Okay, interesting. Vapor thrust. Expanded lower hitbox. Okay, can no longer be Roman cancelled. Okay, this is the same. Okay, it seems that it's more universal, but interesting. It also has been buffed. Direct clat. Reduce recovery. This is crazy. Ride the lightning. All versions. Increase attack startup. Okay, this is for reversal. Dragon install. Increase the movement speed of forward movement, backward movement, and dash. Decrease horizontal blowback distance. Decrease recovery. I think I might be playing Kai this patch. Because to be honest, our boy is not honest anymore. He's broken. Okay, I like that. I think Kai will be amazing this patch. May. The properties of Dolphin horizontal and Mr. Dolphin vertical now vary with when the button is held down. Okay. Seems that the button itself or the button attack. Okay. Although that they are straightforward lunge attacks now, in addition to the prior uses, May has more options to change the movement distance or active frames, depending on how long the button is held. Okay. Standing P. Reduced attack startup. Okay. 6P. Adjusted animation of opponent character and hit. Okay. Standing K. Reduced attack startup. Wow, it's faster now. Crouching K. Decreased knockback. This is universal. 3K. The opponent can now recover after landing. Thank you so much. If you didn't know, 3K used to hard knockdown, so it would give me like a not 50-50, like pressure or safe jumps. Okay, on landing. And you can actually convert it like from a 5P or something. To be honest, it was kinda silly. But thank god now it's now soft knockdowns. Standing heavy slash, decreased damage. Thank you. Expanded frontal hitbox during recovery. Okay. Thank you so much. Crouching heavy slash. Now launches the opponent lower. Okay. It seems that they're really nerfing May this patch, huh? 6 heavy slash, decreased damage. Sweep. Expanded the frontal hitbox and hitbox. Okay, this is universal. Jumping K, same. Jumping down, heavy slash, increase recovery. This is like when she goes down with her anchor. Mr. Dolphin horizontal, all versions. Decrease damage. Okay, active frames now increase when the button is held down. Now maintains momentum after landing on whiff. Okay. Mr. Dolphin vertical, all versions. Movement speed now increases when the button is held down. Okay, no longer hits the opponent one more than a set distance apart. Okay. Reduce recovery on hit. It seems that they're really going after me this patch. Mr. Dolphin heavy slash, vertical. When the descending part of the attack hits the opponent, now bounces high with decreased horizontal blockback distance. Increase the speed of descent. Okay, so they wanted to do more combos with vertical heavy slash. I think also they're trying to remove like the one that when it goes down, then she recovers so fast, so you can do like a command grab. The wonderful and dynamic push. Okay, her super. One blocked in mid-air. Okay. This is for like reversals. Fine. Now let's look at Axel. Winter Mantis can now be used in combos. Okay. In situations where Sickle Flash would not connect, Winter Mantis can sometimes be used for follow-up. In the corner, 6K. And Rainwater can now be used easily in combos. Okay, they're giving him more combos. Okay. In addition to improving the ability of utility pokes such as 2P, forward slash, his ability to fight from mid-range also has been strengthened by adjusting the attack startup of aerial snail. Huh, okay. Crouching P. Expanded frontal hitbox, okay. Interesting. 6P. Now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Now launches the opponent high with decreased horizontal blowback. So you can actually do 6P combos now, okay. 2K. Decreased knockback, universal. 6K. And then the wall bounce effect. Come on. Now launches the opponent lower with decreased horizontal blowback. So this is more combo utility. Close slash, reduced recovery. He doesn't need it, he's a zoner. Far slash, reduced recovery. This is scary. Expanded the frontal hitbox and reduced hitbox. Okay, Axel players, you're eating well this patch, huh? 6 heavy slash, increased knockback. Jump P, jump K is universal. Jumping D, reduced frontal hitbox. This is actually good. Winter Mantis can now hit opponents while they're taking damage. Okay, no longer hits the opponent one more than a set distance apart, expanded upper hitbox. This is a nice buff actually. Aerial Snail. Reduce attack startup. Okay. Okay, this is actually very good for him. When he does the snail-like move, he can get more combo out of it. Okay. Rainwater. Reduce base damage scaling. Thank you so much. Now depletes more risk level. Increase combo blowback scaling. Reduce combo blowback on scaling with Rainwater as a starter. I really hated Rainwater, by the way. Now causes more wall break value again. Is now less affected by combo blowback. Now launches the opponent higher with decreased. Okay. I think there's like nerfs to damage, buffs to the hitbox itself. Axel Bomber. Now changed input from DP in mid-air to like a Hadouken motion. Okay. This makes it easier. Now launches the opponent less than previously when used multiple times. So they don't want you to do Axel Bomber loops. Okay. Sickle Storm, which is the reversal. Universal change. It's basically like it's just to nerf it as a reversal, which is fine. So let's see Chip. Chip, I feel like is a very difficult character to balance, to be honest. So Chip biggest strength is his amount of options through. So we made adjustments to emphasize this advantage. The attack startup of Senshu has been reduced. Okay, strengthen it as a mix-up tool. He doesn't need that. Aerial Alpha Blade diagonal can now be followed up on when it hits. Okay. Gamma Blade, in addition to becoming more rewarding due to its increase in options, is now more difficult to counter. Oh my god. Gamma Blade is the reversal, right? Yeah. 2K, universal buff. Close standing slash, reduce recovery, universal. Far slash, reduce hairbox during the attack startup. Okay, that's actually pretty scary. Jumping P, jumping K, it's the same. Alpha Blade diagonal no longer hits the opponent one more than a set distance apart. It seems that they nerfed the hitbox. Aerial Alpha Blade. Horizontal. No longer hits the opponent one set of distance apart. Collision deduction now activates sooner. Just like adjustments. Aerial Alpha Blade diagonal. Chip now lands a greater distance forward than before. Oh, okay. Decrease recovery. Okay, it's a really mix-up tool. No longer hits the opponent more than the set apart. Depletes more race. So it's basically better hitboxes and mix-up, less damage and risk gain. Beta Blade. Can no longer be Roman cancelled. Okay, this is the DP. Actually, Gamma Blade, I think, is when he launches his clone, yeah. Increase attack level. Okay, now launches the opponent higher on grounded hit. Okay. Now launches the opponent lower. Okay, now depletes more risk. Okay, so it's more damage, more advantage, less risk gain. Okay. Senshu, reduce attack startup, so it's faster now. I think Senshu is the overhead, right? Reduce recovery, increase movement speed. Now creates less distance when the opponent hit in the corner. He will be more scary. Now it depletes less risk level. Okay. It seems that basically they're improving his mix-up and they're lowering his damage. It seems that his super has been changed from kick to punch. I think because he has conflicting inputs. Okay. I think Chip is okay this patch. Potemkin. Garuda Impact is now easier to follow up when near the corner, even on aerial hit, making punishing the opponent's backdash more rewarding. Okay. Giganter Kai used to function as both an invincible move and a way to maintain offense. It no longer has invincibility. Thank you! Thank you. I will not go to a Potemkin, then he will put the wall, then I have to respect it. Okay. So it's basically now as an offensive pressure tool. It now works with the bloxing after 6K, opening up potential for high-low mix-up with this attack or sweep, or going for gut crush with Garuda Impact. So are we getting Potemkin unblockables? Okay, fine. Standing K, reduce frontal hardbox. Okay, that's good. Crouching K universal, crouching slash. And standing heavy slash, they reduce the frontal hardbox. Okay. 6 heavy slash, the one that he does this with his hands. Reduce frontal hardbox, reduce horizontal blockback. The opponent can no longer recover after landing it on counter hit, so it's a hard knockdown. Okay. Reduce tumble duration on counter hit, so maybe less combo pressure. Jumping punch, jumping K, it's universal Potemkin buster. Reduced frontal hurtbox. Okay. Mega fist forward, reduced damage, mega fist backward. They really needed to expand the hitbox of mega fist because it's kinda stupid. Hammer fall, the opponent can longer recover after landing it on counter hit. So okay, so it's a hard knockdown now. Increase maximum forward movement time possible, so it travels faster now. FDP is when he flicks the projectile. Reduce base damage scaling. Now depletes risk level, reduce combo blowback. Now causes dust break. I didn't see a lot of Potemkin players using it, to be honest. Garuda impact. Decrease damage. Remove the wall bounce effect. Okay. And the added tumble effect. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Giganter Kai. Projectile now appears even if the strike hit lands. Damage and blowback adjusted in line with the change. Remove invincibility. I like this. Increase the duration of the tension penalty. I like this. Reduce attack startup. I like this. Reduce recovery. I don't like this. Expanded the hitbox of the strike hit. No longer gains tension when the strike hit lands. Okay, it's been nerfed, but they want to use it as an offensive tool. Okay. Now let's move to Faust, but first, let's drink some water. With buffs to standing K and far slash, Faust now can take advantage during grounded neutral more easily. In addition, mini Faust can now attack more quickly to better prevent the opponent approach, making it easier to use what this could be. To throw items, okay. The decrease to the attack startup of P and K. Okay, make them more valuable as surprise attacks. They can also be used in tandem with items now as the attack begins once the button is released. Interesting. First position after the bone crushing excitement cinematic has been adjusted. Okay. 6P now launches the opponent higher. More combos. Standing K, expanded lower hitbox. That's actually pretty good. Crouching K, reduce attack startup. This is actually pretty good. Close slash, reduce recovery, universal. Far slash, reduce recovery, reduce frontal hitbox. This is actually big. Crouching slash slash. Now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Wow. Now launches the opponent higher. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Standing far slash, follow up. The opponent can longer recover after landing it on counter hit. Okay, so it's a hard knockdown now. 6 heavy is the one like he does it from like the full screen. Added stagger effect. Oh dear god, so it can be cancelled into other moves more easily now. Jumping P, jumping K universal, jumping 2K, increased damage. Interesting. Jumping heavy slash, reduced frontal hitbox. Mix, which I think is mix, I think is his like the tornado, right? Made the timing for controlling Faust movement direction, input faster. Okay, blowback direction now matches the direction Faust is facing. The final hit during the active frames now can have same properties regarding of the number of hits. This is actually pretty good because you can really control now like where the opponent lands after you do this. Banana peel no longer hits multiple characters at the same time. I didn't get this. Afro explosion, added guard crash F. Oh my god, okay. So now, okay, now it's more scary to land the command grab. Meteors, added ground bounce effect. Blowback direction now matches the direction of the meteors are falling from. Mini Faust. Hitbox now activates directly after coming into contact with the opponent or being attacked. Scary. Scarecrow now only charges if the same button used to activate it is held down. So you can actually make it come down faster. Okay. Scarecrow P and K now launches the opponent higher. Reduce attack startup. Big buff. Scarecrow all versions attack animation now begins when the button is released. Okay. Thrust. Reduce frontal hitbox. This is actually pretty good. Love, I think, I don't know which move is this one. Increase damage of the initial hit. Okay. Bone crushing experiment, which is the reversal. Expanded upper hitbox, so it can actually catch jumping at opponents now. Interesting. Blowback direction now matches the direction it's facing. Faust is now closer to the opponent after the cinematic ends. Okay. Now let's talk about Millia range because I've read Millia range's notes before actually making this video, and let me tell you something. Millia will be top 5 in the next patch. She has been buffed so much. I can't believe it, actually. So, Millia's grounded neutral game has been improved due to the increased range and reduced startup of Far Slash. Changes done to Jumping D, Capel, and other moves make more opportunities to trip the opponent up and deal damage after going on the offensive, with Jumping Heavy Slash during an air dash. Her Okazame, after knocking the opponent down, has been improved due to the decreased recovery for the Heavy Slash version of Tandem Top. Okay. Crouching P, reduced attack startup, so it's a better poke now. Crouching K, reduced knockback, reduced upper hitbox. Excellent poke tool now. Claw Slash, reduced recovery. Change the on-hit effect on the second hit. Better stagger or pressure tool. Far standing slash, reduce attack startup, it's faster. Expanded the frontal hitbox and the headbox, so it's now better to use it to with punish. Standing heavy slash, reduced frontal hitbox, so now it's like a disjointed attack. Jumping P, Jumping K, universal changes. Jumping slash, reduced frontal hitbox, it means that it's a good air-to-air move now and you can dash cancel it. Jumping dust when she does the kick. Expanded the frontal hitbox and reduced it. Expanded frontal hitbox and reduced hitbox. Now launches the opponent on grounded hit. So basically you can use it like as a mix-up, high-low mix-up. Like 5k into Jumping D, okay. Ground throw, increase the recovery upon successful throw, which she needs actually. Bad Moon, the final hit now launches the opponent high with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Maybe this is better if you use it like on standing opponents, actually. Sorry guys, we're just gonna replay the music and we're gonna go back. Sorry guys, this will be unedited. Okay. Turbo Fall, reduce recovery. This is scary. Tandem Top, all versions, reduce recovery. Hitbox no longer disappears when Millia blocks opponent attacks. This is scary, actually. Tandem Top, S version, increase knockback. Okay, this is good. Iron Savior, I think it's the hair move thing. Decrease horizontal blowback distance, expanded frontal hitbox. Crazy. Last Shaker, fix the bug when the final hit would sometimes not cause a blowback. This is weird. Capel, change the properties from strike to projectile. Oh my god, this is actually pretty good, so you cannot really punish it as easily as before. Reduce recovery, so it's more pressure now. Now affected by momentum. Increase damage, expanded hitbox. This is a pressure super now. Oh dear god. Winger, which is her recover with her reversal. Basically, they did the universal reversal, like a change thingy. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Zato-1 now. So when Eddie is summoned, Zato can now take more time on being on the offensive due to the reduced rate of meter consumption. It's already long enough, by the way. I don't know why they're buffing it. Increase the deceleration of Jumping D when it comes out, making it less likely for him to land and improving his utility as an overhead. Okay. He can now trip up opponents with difficulty react strings from aerial attacks or front heavy slash. The decrease in combo blowback and other kinds of training make it rewarding to use. That's a lot in combos. Okay, it seems that even Zato now is getting more buffs. He doesn't need it, but okay. Eddie, reduce meter depletion when not attacking, so you can leave Eddie more on the screen. 6 punch, adjusted the animation of the opponent character on hit. Okay. Crouching K, reduce knockback, reduce attack startup. This is scary. Close standing slash, reduce recovery. This is scary also. Crouching slash, reduced frontal hitbox. This is actually pretty good as a poke tool. Standing heavy, increased damage. Crouching heavy slash, decreased damage. To be honest, crouching heavy slash combos with Eddie were really stupid. Thank God they nerfed them. 6 heavy slash, reduced descent speed. I think this is the one that he jumps and he hits you like when he's transforming. Jump P, Jump K, it's basically universal changes. Jumping heavy slash. The first half of the active frames now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance, so more combos. Jumping Dust, increase the deceleration during startup. I think Jumping Dust is when he does like the shark jumping thing. So Pierce, delayed the timing when the Eddie gauge is depleted, okay. Increased hit, initial hit now launches the opponent higher. Reduce the attack startup on the second hit. This is actually better pressure and better combo now. That's a lot. Delay the timing when Eddie gauge is depleted. Decrease damage. Okay. All types of scaling will now be applied once, even when the projectile hits multiple times. Okay, I think that's his super. Leap. Decrease damage. Expanded hitbox. Thank you so much. I think I need to know. I can't remember what's leap for him. I'm a full CS. I think that's his reversal super. Reduce attack startup, increase the movement speed of that box. Okay, this is actually interesting. Ram, we already go over Ram. And I need some water for you. I need some water. This character is stupid and he will always be stupid. Let's see your intentions for Mr. Leo. The changes to White's Cultist Gestorber means that even when the opponent is in the corner, Leo can go into Behandler stance, the same as mid-screen. Due to the disparity in difficulty of punishing and dealing with his sweep depending on the opponent character, its recovery and knockback has been adjusted. So basically they nerf his 2D the way that it should have been all the time. Although Leo now will be open to counter attacks at close range, sweep during a dash can function as a lunge attack. Okay, fine. Standing K, increased recovery, thank you so much. Crouching K, decrease knockback, universal. Close slash, reduce recovery. He doesn't need it. Crouching slash, reduce recovery, he doesn't need it. Command normal 5, which is heavy slash while holding far standing slash. Can now withstand an opponent's attacks until directly before the attack is active, so it has more armor. 2D, expanded lower hitbox, increase recovery. This is much needed because you know Leo players what they will do? They would do a round start sweep into DP. So if the sweep hits, it's a counter hit and they go for combo, and if not, it's a DP. That's how to punish. Increase movement speed is now affected by dash momentum. Now launches the opponent higher on counter hit. Okay. So it can be used more riskily now. Jump P, Jump K is the same. Universal changes. Jumping slash, second hit now launches the opponent lower. I think this is better for combos. Jumping heavy slash, decreased frontal hitbox. Okay. Now launches the opponent lower. Jumping D, now bounces the opponent higher with decreased... Huh? Now bounces the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. So this is better combos now. Ice Turn. I'm gonna stop bothering spelling his supers, specials in a better way. I'm not German, sorry. Increase attack startup. Can longer be normal cancelled when the opponent's gold sideback is active. When blocked in mid-air, the opponent... okay, so it seems that this is nerf to DP. Is White's Cultist Gestrober. Now crosses over behind the opponent even when they are in the corner. I don't know what you're thinking, our system works. You just want to make the character more stupid. Okay. Turbulence. Now the opponent can recover after landing. I can't remember what's turbulence. K during behinder stance. Increased damage. Now triggers slowdown effect on counter hit. Fine. Blitzschlag. Reduced base damage scaling. Now please less risk level. Reduced combo blowback scaling. Now causes less wall value. Okay, that's weird. Now Nagaryuki is a little bit obscure, to be honest, compared to other characters. So he's a character that I feel like we have to wait and see, like how his balances affects him. So the properties of moves such as like far slash, crouching slash, now very depending on the blood gauge. This means that there's a greater benefit to keeping blood gauge higher than before. As Kamiryuki was significantly stronger than Zamaryuki and Shizuryuki, the situation on block now is less advantageous. Okay. The later part of Fukyo can be cancelled into some special moves. This is scary, opening up greater possibilities for using Fukyo and neutral. So basically Fukyo into command grab. Got it. Crouching slash, decrease knockback, universal. Far slash. Attack startup now varies depending on blood gauge. So damage and chip damage now varies depending on the blood gauge. So I'm guessing like it's nerfed when he doesn't have like blood gauge, and buffed when he has more blood gauge. So this is basically for most of his stuff, so we'll just move into the other stuff, basically. So Blood Rage, decrease opponent's reeling time during Guard Crush, so I think now we can punish Blood Rage better. Zaramyuki, delayed the timing when the blood gauge begins to increase, so it seems that maybe you can go ham at the end of the round. Kamiryuki, delayed the timing when the blood gauge begins to increase, decrease knockback. Increase horizontal blowback distance, no longer cause collision detection. Increase recovery, increase movement speed. Momentum now remains when cancelling into other special moves. I think this is like his shadow clone, if I'm not mistaken. Shizuryuki, I think it's like his sword reversal thingy. Added ground bounce effect on second hit, so he can use it better for combos, okay. Fukyo, I think the buff to Fukyo is really good. Delayed the timing when the blood gauge begins to increase. The later half of the move can now be cancelled into some special moves. Momentum now remains when cancelling into other special moves. This is actually pretty scary. Wasiryuki, which is his reversal. Increase recovery when the follow-up cinematic is not triggered. So they don't want you to use it like for... maybe for combos, when you do like the super, it doesn't do cinematic, then you go for another combo. Now bosses the opponent higher when the initial hit connects without triggering the follow-up cinematic. When blocked in mid-air, okay, this is universal. Giovanna, I didn't really go over Giovanna, so let's see. We've made adjustments to emphasize the distinctive features of each special move. After Giovanna leaps up during Sol Puente, her forward movement can now be controlled. Okay, with directional movements. The reduced startup also increases utility as a mix-up tool. This is scary. Okay, the decreased recovery of Travau further strengthens the ability to maintain offensive pressure. Sol Nascente now functions better as an anti-air due to the... I think... okay. Dash. Movement now can be altered with front and back tip during the animation. Okay. So basically you can control how far she dashes. Interesting. Normal moves and command normals. Added chip damage when over 50 tension. God. Oh my god. You have to bait her meter now. Okay. Crouching K. Decreased knockback. Expanded hitbox. This is normal stuff. Far standing slash. Decreased horizontal blowback distance. This is actually better for pressure or on hit. Sweep. Increased recovery. Thank you so much. No longer hits the opponent one more than a set distance apart. Because her sweep was stupid. I really hope they really hit her sweep. Jump P, Jump K is universal stuff. Jumping slash. Reduce the upper hitbox. This is pretty good. Jumping heavy slash. Now launches the opponent lower. So less combos. Jumping does decrease damage. The second hit now launches the opponent higher. So better for combos. Ground throw. Reduced throw range. Okay, so her tech throw game is worse now? Okay. Sepultura. Decreased damage, reduced lower hitbox and hurtbox. Okay, so this is better. Good nerfs, I guess? Yeah. Trovao. Expanded the minimum distance from the opponent from which it connects. Increased active frames, reduced recovery. Okay, so this has been buffed. Sol Nascente. Reduced lower hitbox and extended upper hitbox. Okay, so... yeah, this is actually good. I think it's her, like, her spin, like, her breakdance move thingy. Because... like, people use it as a reversal, not as an anti-air. So this is actually pretty good. Sol Puente, all versions. Expanded lower hitbox and hitbox. Movement now distance, depending on the direction you press. The opponent can now recover after landing. This is pretty good. Now bounces the opponent higher for combos. Increase recovery, thank you. Increase attack level of second hit. Reduce attack startup on second hit. Okay. Sol Puente now is affected by momentum. Okay. Ventania, I don't know what's this one. I increase attack startup. I think maybe it's a reversal. Okay, now Mr. Anji. So, Fusion, the cross of Anji's offense and his follow-ups have improved utility. The decreased recovery of Fusion makes it harder to punish on block. Okay, it's now easier to maintain. I wish they give us like frame data with those like patches notes so we can actually understand like exactly how much they improve or like they make a move worse. It's now easier to maintain the offense after the opponent blocks Shin Ishiki and rinse decrease startup, make it better mix-up tool. Okay. As a movement speed of Shitsu decelerates near the corner, functions better as an Okizami in the corner. Okay. Crouching K, decrease knockback, universal change. Close slash, universal change, far slash. Reduce attack startup, reduce frontal hitbox. This is good for poking, I guess, or for punishing. Crouching slash, reduced attack startup, reduced frontal hitbox. No longer in counter hit state after the active frame sense. Okay, this is pretty strong actually. Standing heavy slash. Opponent now is forced to crouching state on grounded counter hit. Okay. Jump P, Jump K, universal stuff. Jumping heavy slash. Now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Jumping dust, the umbrella. Expanded frontal hitbox and reduced hitbox. This is scary, actually. Shitsu, the projectile now decelerates when closer to the corner. This is actually pretty good for Okizami. This is actually pretty nice chain. Fusion, reduced recovery. Scary. Fusion charged, increase the attack level. No longer launches the opponent on grounded hit. Weird. Shin Ishiki, increase the attack level. Nagiha, I think it's the one sweep below, yeah. Increase the attack startup. Nice. Rin, reduced attack startup. Reduced recovery, now depletes. Okay, this is more on them stuff. Cool. Decrease damage on second hit. The opponent can now recover after landing. Okay. Issei Ugi Sai increase damage is a reversal. I don't think it's a reversal. It's the umbrella thing. Okay, I feel like... Okay, Anji is like 50-50 for me. I don't know. I feel like he has better like ways like to let you press buttons and punish you for it, but less in the way of mix-ups. Let's look at Ino next. Ino specializes as closing in quickly from mid-range to set a powerful mix-up game. However, she has now more options to pressure the opponent from mid to far range as well. The additional projectile range for Chemical Love makes it easier to hit the opponent. Aerial antidepressant scale now has different utility on ground version due to increase of movement speed of the projectile. Interesting. Stock the Big 3 heavy slash version was an incredibly powerful tool for continuing offense. This capability has been reduced by increasing its recovery. Okay. This is actually pretty good because I really hated the Stock the Big 3, to be honest. Air dash trajectory can now be altered with up and down. Okay. Air backdash. Okay. This is scary because you can do like dash down, punch, dash up, heavy for something. Okay. More mix up for her from her dashes. Crouching P, reduce attack startup. That's a good buff for her. Crouching K, decrease knockback, reduce upper hitbox, universal stuff. Close standing slash, reduce recovery. Strong. Crouching slash, reduce attack startup, expanded frontal hitbox and hitbox. I think crouching slash is like when she hits the guitar on the floor. Jump P, jump K is universal stuff. Antidepressant scale, all versions. Trajectory is now easier to alter. I think it's the projectile. Projectile now appears even when the move is in Roman cancelled at an area upon them before. This is excellent for OK, to be honest. Fix a bug where the attack would sometimes remain on screen longer than intended. I never run into this issue. Aerial antidepressant scale, increase the movement speed of the projectile, increase recovery. So basically, maybe this is 50-50, to be honest. Chemical Love, increase active frames. She needs that, but I think they need to improve also the hitbox for Chemical Love. Stroke the Big 3, heavy slash version. Increased recovery, increased stagger duration, decreased knockback in it. Thank you so much, because if I block it, I need to punish, basically. Salty Performance, heavy slash version. The final hit during the active frames now has the same properties regardless of the number of hit. Fine. Ultimate Fortemiso, increased attack startup, the reversal. Aerial Ultimate Fortemiso, Ino can no longer land as the move comes out. Basically just to punish her better for her, like if you shivers her, like her recovery, like her reversal move or something. Now we start moving to the DLC characters. Let's see what they did actually. Goldlewis is a weird character for me because I feel like people doesn't use his tools outside of Behemoth Typhoon. Goldlewis is now capable of more powerful offense and neutral due to change some of his norms, including standing heavy and jumping dust, as well as buffs to his projectiles such as Thunderbird and Burn It Down. Okay. Due to the increase of movement speed and momentum of 6 heavy slash, it's extremely potent when cancelled into Behemoth Typhoon. Interesting. The properties of Thunderbird now vary depending on the security. Okay. 6P. Extended lower hitbox. He didn't need that. Crouching K. Decreased knockback. Reduce recovery. That's universal stuff. Close standing slash. Reduced recovery. Universal stuff. Far slash. Now moves forward. Interesting. Reduced frontal hitbox. Excellent. Standing heavy slash. Expanded frontal hitbox. It seems like this is a good buff for him. 6 heavy. Increased movement speed. Now maintains momentum. This is good actually with Behemoth Typhoon, like they said. Jump P, Jump K are universal stuff. Jump Slash is universal stuff. Jump Dust also. It seems that they reduce the hitbox and increase the startup, so it's basically scary when you use it like as a mix-up, like jumping into normal into jumping D. Okay. Thunderbird, I think it's like the mine that travels. Delayed the timing of the security level reset. Recovery now varies depending on the security level. This is crazy. Clash now varies depending on the security level. The projectile now decelerates when closer to the corner. This makes it scarier for pressure. Active frames now extend after connecting with the opponent. Decrease horizontal blowback distance except for on final hit. The timing when the hitbox no longer disappears if Goldlewis takes damage after firing the projectile now varies. Basically, the more security level they have, the better it becomes. Skyfish, delayed the timing of the security level reset. I think that's the the machine gun. Down with the system. One blocked in mid-air. This is the reversal. Burn it down, reduce recovery, increase attack level. This is actually pretty scary. I feel like the offense and OK of Goldlewis actually has been improved this patch. Interesting. Jack O. Due to the increase of the initial 7 gauge level, Jack O now has more freedom to use 7s in neutral or combos right after the one side. I feel like she needed that because, to be honest, Jack O is very weak in the current version of this game. Throw 7s and 7s hit by 7 shot would overloose against other projectiles despite requiring some steps to activate. This has been improved by increasing the so now her 7s are better as a zoning tool. Okay. 7 gauge, increase gauge value at round start. Excellent. Crouching P, reduce attack startup. Universal stuff. Standing K, reduce recovery. She has an excellent 5k by the way. Crouching K, reduce attack startup, reduce recovery, decrease knockback. This is actually pretty good because her 2k is really strong. Close slash, reduce recovery, universal stuff. Crouching heavy slash, decrease the horizontal blowback distance. Sweep, reduce attack startup. So now she sweeps faster, okay. Jump P and Jump K are universal stuff. Jumping heavy slash. Expanded lower hitbox and headbox on the initial hit. I think it's her spinning move. Jumping dust, I think it's her ball. Can now be jump cancelled or air dash cancelled. This is actually pretty strong. Can now be cancelled into a special move. Also strong. Can also be cancelled into a finishing blow during a homing jump, which is fine. Throw 7, all versions. Reduce recovery, increase clash level of the 7s, which is actually pretty huge. Release 7, all versions. Made the timing of the tension gauge increase upon special move activation faster. Great for meter gain. Recover servant, reduce recovery. She's getting all buffs. Recover servant, all versions while lifting a servant. Made the timing, okay. Attack command, all versions. Reduce attack startup and recover. Wow. No change to frame advantage, which is fair enough. Attack command while lifting a servant. Made the timing of the tension gauge. This is universal stuff. Attack command, now deals damage. Defend command, increase the time window which the 7s can withstand attacks. Huge buffs for Jacko. Huge buffs. Expanded the 7s hitbox. Okay. Countdown, made the timing of the tension gauge. This is all adjustments. 7 shoot, all versions. Increase the active frames and reduce recovery. No change to frame advantage. Increase the clash level of the 7. This is actually excellent. Area 7 shoot. Interesting. Forever Elysium Diver, I think this is her like her command grab super. No. I think it's one of her, what they call it, her insult supers. 7s are now recovered immediately upon activation. She got all buffs this version. Interesting. Now let's look at Happy Chaos. Happy Chaos is for me a character that I really want to see nerfed to the ground because Semenus is really stupid and he really needs a lot of work. Let's see what they did to him. So the amount of concentration depletes now varies depending on the distance between Chaos and the opponent. It is more difficult than before to continually use fire from long range, which makes sense because it was really stupid. He requires no skill for zoning. On the other hand, he can now use powerful strings at close range when expending less concentration. So basically, weaker zoning, better pressure. The sight now targets the opponent when they block at the ready, meaning that he can now maintain his offense more effectively. He didn't need this. As fire can be used during newly added dash cancels, he can now easily approach from mid-range. Okay, here we go. Concentration. Added amount of concentration depleted while readying the gun now varies depending on the distance. Fine. Crouching P, universal change. Crouching K, universal change. Close slash, reduce recovery, universal stuff. Far slash, increase knockback, reduce recovery, increase movement speed. Crouching slash, expanded the upper hitbox and the hitbox. He doesn't need this, come on. Jumping P now launches the opponent. This is universal stuff. Jumping 2k, reduce attack startup, so it's faster. Reduce the recovery after connecting with the opponent, decrease the height of the bounce. Okay. So it's better for like pressure, I guess. Because especially if you have gun. At the ready, reduce recovery. It's faster now for some reason. Increase base damage scaling, now depletes more risk. So basically better pressure, lower damage. Fire. Hitbox now disappears when Chaos takes damage. Thank you so much. So it no longer clashes. Decrease knockback. Okay. Fire during steady aim. Decrease damage. Okay, this is much needed. Steady aim. Made the timing of the tension cage increase upon special activation faster, so it gains more meter now. Reduce recovery after exiting stance. Okay, what? Stupid. I'm sorry. Reload. Made the timing of the tension gauge. Chaos now remains in counter hit state until the end of the animation. Makes sense. Focus. Made the timing of the didn't do anything to focus. Fine. Roll. Can now use fire sooner than before. Better mix up. Scapegoat. Increase the health depletion on activation. Properties now vary when activated at low health. Okay. Curse. Effect now ends when chaos takes damage. Finally, thank you so much. Made the timing of the tension gauge increase. Universal stuff. They didn't nerf him enough, in my opinion. He got more buffs and nerfs. He's better mix-up character now. His mix-up was always so strong. Why? Whatever. Let's see. Let's talk about Baiken, just to forget about Happy Chaos. So for Baiken, these changes make it easier for Baiken to maintain her offense. Makes sense since she should be a rushdown character. The decreased recovery of S version of Kabari makes it that she can have the advantage while attacking the opponent instead of. Okay. Her combo is now more likely to connect from a certain distance due to the expanded box of Tatami Gaishi and the momentum remaining after cancelling 6k. This is actually needed because I feel like Baiken's combos are not really consistent with her current kit. So standing P, reduce attack startup, universal stuff, crouching K, universal stuff. 6k, momentum now remains one cancel. This is actually pretty important. Close slash, reduce recovery, universal. Forward slash, reduce attack startup, reduced frontal hitbox is actually gorilla button. Fine. Crouching slash, reduce recovery, reduced frontal hitbox. Interesting. Crouching heavy, no longer hits the opponent more than set a distance apart, reduced upper hitbox. This is actually pretty good as well. Jump P, Jump K, universal stuff. Tatami Gaishi now activates even after upwards input. Okay, this is just to make it easier. Expanded frontal hitbox on the strike. That's actually pretty good. Aerial Tatami Gaishi. So you can use this maybe a little bit further away when you're doing pressure. Aerial Tatami Gaishi. Expanded back hitbox of a projectile during descent. Maybe for cross-ups. Kabari S version. Now activates. Okay, they fixed the input. Increased attack startup, so it's slower. Reduce recovery. Okay, increase knockback. On grounded hit, the tether no longer pulls the opponent. Picking up. Okay. Kabari heavy slash version. Now activates. Okay. It's just fixed up. Kabari heavy slash follow-ups. Now triggers counter hit effect. Okay. This is actually pretty good. So you can use it like to punish if people are mashing. Blowback direction now matches the direction Baiken is facing. This is easier for combos. Expanded lower hitbox. This is actually not too much out of it. No longer in counter hit states after the active frame ends. No longer hits the opponent more than set a distance apart. Increased recovery on block. This is actually pretty good because a lot of times it's a little bit ambiguous what to do after it. Yu Zansen. Reduce landing recovery. Scary. Increased damage. I don't know if you can use it to do something from the ground now. Hiragi. Reduce recovery after successful parry. As well as when unsuccessful. So it seems that her counter has been buffed. Weird. Her super. When blocked in mid-air. Okay. It's just nerfs to recovery supers. And we finally reached Testament. Testament, I feel like, is a character that I would definitely sub this patch. Because I feel like all Testament got is buffs, and buffs. So I wanted to play Testament in the previous patch, to be honest, but they felt like a very underwhelming character. But now, Testament looks like a good character. So let's go over the balance changes. So moves such as Grave Reaper has been strengthened, as well as many situations where Testament could not fully launch an offensive in both the neutral and on the opponent wake up. Interesting. The situation after landing strike hit of the S version of Grave Reaper has been improved, and now easier to land Unholy Diver as a melee attack. This is actually pretty good. Both aerial and grounded heavy slash version of Grave Reaper now has less attack startup, and now easier to use in combos and strength. Better pressure, boys, let's go. Unholy Diver now causes less blowback on aerial hit, making it easier to follow up on. Pretty good. This creates an opportunity to deal damage while carrying the opponent closer to the corner. Now let's go over the changes, because they're all buffs, and I'm very happy to see that. So for Crow, fix a bug where the Crow sometimes would not behave as intended after a wall break sequence. Never ran into this issue. Air dash, shorten dash time, adjusting value to match other characters. His aerial dash always felt weird for me. Jump landing, fix the bug where Testament lower hurtbox would sometimes disappear at the instant of landing. I never encountered this. Standing K, reduce recovery. It's an excellent poke, now it's a better poke. Crouching K, decrease knockback, reduce attack startup. Actually, Crouching K is a pretty good poking tool also. Claw Slash, reduce recovery, universal stuff. Far Slash, reduce startup, reduce recovery, reduce hitbox. This is the new Far Slash. Forget about Ram's Far Slash. Crouching Slash, reduce attack startup, reduce frontal hitbox. It's so good. Standing Heavy Slash, reduce recovery. This is actually pretty good because a lot of characters can actually maybe punish if like they block it, or you can actually cancel into something else without having like a gap in the middle. 6 Heavy Slash. Decrease the horizontal blowback distance. Reduce attack startup. This is pretty good actually. Jumpy, Jump K, universal stuff. Jumping Slash. Reduce frontal hitbox. This is actually a good air to air button now. Grave Reaper, all versions, now activates after upward input, which is fine. Succubus now remains on screen longer. Amazing. So you can like pressure with the crow better now. Fix a bug where it would hit multiple times sometimes. I don't know, I would never run into this issue. Grounded Grave Reaper, all versions. Expanded frontal hurtbox and hurtbox of the strike. Okay. Grave Reaper slash version. The strike hit now launches the opponent higher. Better combos. Grave Reaper heavy slash version. Expanded lower hitbox of the projectile as it comes out. Amazing. Grave Reaper all S versions, grounded and aerial. Expanded the hitbox of the projectile. Okay. Grave Reaper heavy slash reduce attack startup. Oh my god, it's amazing. Unholy Diver now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Increase active frames after Succubus transformation. Expanded hitbox. The crow will now always fly forward in a straight line when the button is held, even if Succubus is on screen. Wow. Excellent. Possession now activates even after upward input. Arbiter Sign, I think that's the overhead or the low thing. Reduce recovery, so it's faster to recover. Nostrovia. Initial hit now bounces the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Calamity 1, I think that's the super. The universal stuff. So yeah guys, that's basically it. There's a lot of winners more than losers in this patch, to be honest. And I'm very happy to see that they actually went back and they really buffed like the low tier characters. But for me, I feel like maybe the top tier characters, I don't think they were nerfed enough. Like characters like Leo, characters like Nagoryuki, I don't think they have been touched. Even Happy Chaos, I don't think they have been nerfed enough. But for some characters like Soul, like Ramlethal, like May, I felt like what they did was really, really fair. But if you ask me like who are the winners and the losers of this patch, I will make a different video upon this one. Because really I feel like some of the like low tier characters now or mid tier characters now, they're really crazy, to be honest. And I'm very happy to see that maybe the meta will shift for the next patch. So yeah guys, that's it. Tell me, are you happy for your character changes? Are you not happy? What you were hoping to see? How do you feel like the meta will shape up in the next patch? And are you excited for June 10th? Hopefully I will get time to maybe to play a little bit with the new patch, because in personal life I'm a little bit busy. I have amazing stuff happening. So yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.